What's up, guys? Sorry about the 4.5 minute intro. This is Mike Marlinsky from the Metal Webzine. Once again, this is going to be episode 2 of our new podcast, All the Metal Podcast. We want all the metal. And we're doing a special Iron Maiden episode today. Iron Maiden played Key Bank Center last night. It was phenomenal. I saw the whole fucking metal scene there, and everybody had a blast. The set list was amazing. The stage antics were amazing. The props, the pyrotechnics, everything that went on was just phenomenal. What a show! Like I've never seen like something live of that level, that production value, and it was really cool to just be a part of it. I mean, I was up in the nosebleeds, but I didn't give a fuck. I mean, a stage show that grand, like, there is no such thing as a bad seat in the house. Like, it was fucking unreal. It was just unfucking real. I'm going to be taking a couple calls today. I'm going to be talking to a couple people about their show experience last night, just to finally have a couple guests on here. And, so I think I'm just going to jump right in with that. The first guy we're going to be talking to, his name is Coffey. He's from Rochester. He's the guitarist and one of the founding members in the band Diluted. They're like kind of a metalcore meets new metal band from Rochester, I guess. There's some hardcore mixed in there. I'll play them a little later on so you can get a taste of it, but like they're one of those really cool, like, eclectic bands, like, living in, like, the mid-90s to the mid-2000s, like, playing all that, like, As I Lay Dying meets Deftones, meets old school Every Time I Die kind of stuff. They're just a really fun band, and they're incredibly fun live as well. Even if you're not into the music, like, when you see them live, most people can appreciate what they're doing. There's just so much humor and so much energy with Diluted. They're fucking nuts. Alright, so now we're going to get Coffey on the line, and we'll talk to him about last night's Iron Maiden show. Oh, it's going, dude.
Good.
Yeah.
Does it sound good enough for what you need, or?
Oh, yeah, this sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, about last night. That was pretty much the show of my life.
Yeah, same here. I've never been to the last, big show like that was at KeyBank, or when it was HSBC, when Metallica were touring for Death Magnetic, and I think it was 2011.
Yeah.
So that's the only similar experience I have. I've never really been to any big arena shows besides that Metallica one, and definitely a lot different.
So you didn't see them when they were just touring Hardwired?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I've actually never seen Metallica, and I'm really fucking embarrassed about that. But September the 6th, I'm going out to San Francisco to see S&M 2.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, that's one of my favorite albums, man. The first one that they did. So I'm jealous. I really want to see I guess they're showing it in theaters all over. I got to track down where it's going to be because I really want to see it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, last night at Maiden, where were you sitting?
I was in 122, I believe. And I was over the row. It was like the 23rd row back or something like that. And me and my dad were like at the very last two seats on the right. So I had a pretty good view.
Oh, that's awesome that you went with your dad, man.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, my dad's always been into heavy metal and shit like that, and a lot of my music taste comes from what he used to listen to. So when I was a kid, there was this compilation album / video game called Ed Hunter that came out.
Yeah.
I think that was in '99. So I was 7.
Right.
Yeah, I was 7. And so I heard he was listening to that. He was trying to play the video game on a shitty PC that we had at the time. And I heard Phantom of the Opera playing, in like that intro riff.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept, like, up until that point, I was listening to like Phil Collins, like the Tarzan soundtrack and NSYNC and shit like that. So
Yep.
that just kind of blew my mind. And I went in there, it's like playing this super violent video game, and it's got all the hits and stuff on it, and I just kind of, I don't know, there's something about it. So it was cool to, I think I had to take my dad, as a way of...
It's coming full circle, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it is. Like, I mean, he showed me that stuff, and he had never seen them either, and they're one of his big bands. It was a cool moment, standing there and watching that. I was like, I teared up a little bit at the beginning, honestly. It was so fucking cool.
Yeah, so did I, dude, because I'd never seen him before. Like, all my friends who went yesterday, they had all these stories. Oh, I saw him at Darien Lake, or, I saw him here or there. Like, I'd never seen Maiden, and I'd been trying to my whole life, so...
Oh, yeah. Yep,
awesome.
Same here.
Awesome.
It just never worked out.
It just never worked out, right.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know, it was surreal, and it was like, I don't know, it's so powerful. Like the music and the memories that are attached to them, and and then hearing everyone else around me, like, screaming lyrics and same time as me, and just like, I don't know, it was cool.
What was the top moment of the set for you? Like, whether it be like a prop or a song or...
I mean, Wicker Man's one of my top Maiden songs, and I was shocked that they played it.
Yep.
So that was, when I heard the intro to that, I was like, holy shit. As far as, like, visually and just, like, all around, like, crowd reaction, and, like, Number of the Beast was nuts. Like, just all the fire and...
yeah, that was crazy.
The set for that, and then the set for Flight of Icarus.
Yeah.
That, big Icarus with his wings unfolding at the end. He's got the flamethrower. It's just, like, so crazy. Like, who can touch that? What metal band?
Oh, I know. And it just gets crazy, because I've watched, like, live videos from, like, past tours, and, like, it just seems like the stage show gets crazier every time, and they just keep outdoing themselves. And I don't know, I'm so glad I went, because I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to see them again. I don't know what their future plans are, and nobody's getting any younger, so...
Yeah, exactly, and that was my thought process, like, because I got the tickets a year ago, like,
oh, yeah.
So I was like, I'll fill in the blanks later, but I think this is my last opportunity to, whether it be on my end, not having the time to do it, or, because I'm not the live show experience for me is a lot less important than, like, just the personal experience, like listening to recordings at home. Like, for whatever reason, I know most metalheads are like the exact opposite, but I like having my music in, like, private and without having to share it with 19,000 other people.
Yeah.
But there was something about this that was like, I don't know, just all these like-minded people, all these vests, and, like, you just pass people and they give you a high five, and you just, like,
oh yeah,
it's very accepting. And, like, I saw a whole bunch of people, like, I saw Oz from Rochester Metal Booking. He didn't see me, but I just saw him wandering around.
I saw so many people. It's funny, though, that you bring up Rochester, because, like, I mean, including you, like, I saw more people from Rochester than Buffalo at that show, like, people that I knew. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, dudes from Halo Thing and fucking, yeah, I mean, just, yeah.
Yeah,
such
it's
an
awesome.
important band.
Yeah, like, I fucking hate arena shows. Like, my last arena show was 2002. Like, I saw Tool, like, 17 years ago when it was HSBC, and, like, it might have even been, like, Marine Midland at that time. I don't even remember. But, like, that was my last arena show, because, like, I can't fucking stand that shit. But, like, Iron Maiden is such an important band. And you like you said, like, you want to see a band like Maiden, like a multi-generational band like that. You want to see them with, like, 30,000 people.
Yeah, for sure. And any other band, it's like, I've seen Metallica in the arena setting. I'm probably good on seeing Metallica again, just because, not that they were, like, terrible, but just, I don't know, it wasn't, there were a lot of, like, families that obviously didn't really, like, that Metallica wasn't super important to them, and like, and just, like, it was like, and there was some of that last night too, where people go in for, like, the novelty, like, wives being dragged along and, like, fucking not knowing when to clap, or not knowing the fucking, especially where I was seated, but, like, it seemed like there was this sense of, like, which is totally cool, that, you buy a ticket and you want to experience the music even if you're not a huge fan, but I feel like with Maiden it's more like, everyone you talk to is going to have a favorite song, and everyone you talk to is going to have a different experience with the music, but a similar outlook on it and a passion for it.
Right.
So that's what I appreciated about the setting, I guess.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. Like, I love that they played Wicker Man. I loved Aces High as an opener. Like, every
Oh
prop
yeah.
for every song was just perfect. It was just, everything about that was just amazing. Like the vibe of every song, and like even their, like, at their ages, like their stage presence.
Oh
They're
yeah.
up there whipping the guitars around like they're still in their 20s, and it was amazing.
Yeah, they definitely, and like just the camera work and those little screens and like cool transitions. They definitely have they're that band. Like they don't play in venues smaller than that, and there's a reason. And then at the end with the fucking big Legacy of the Beast Eddie with the horns, and like that was just
Mm-hmm.
like so cool. Actually, one of the most powerful moments from the entire thing happened outside of the show. Like as I was leaving,
Yeah.
like they played Run to the Hills, and it's the dynamite, and it's a fucking massive conclusion. So cool, and you can smell like gunpowder and shit. But then you
Right.
walk out, and there are 19,000 fucking metalheads who are all hyped on Maiden and beer,
Yeah.
and they start just like chanted, like you look down over the edge,
Yeah.
like where the doors are, and you
Yep.
see
Yep.
the sea of people, and then there's just this like scream, like they're still
Yeah.
watching the band.
Right. No.
And
Yeah,
everyone's
dude.
just,
I was just gonna say that, like, at the end of the show, like, I remember coming down the escalator, and like there was this moment where like everybody on our escalators was looking across at the other escalators coming down, and like it was like a wall of death almost, but on escalators, and everybody just locked eyes and just started cheering. And at first, I thought like somebody from the band like walked out
me
into the
too.
foyer or something. I was
Yeah.
like, "Who the fuck is everybody cheering at?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, everyone's just fucking looking at each other and cheering for each other." Like it was so fucking
Yeah,
cool.
that gave me goosebumps. That was really powerful. I'd say that's probably the favorite moment of the night. Just walking out and being my ears ringing and just hearing that people so amped up to see. And then I stayed at a hotel down like a mile down the road, and we rode
Mm-hmm.
this little trolley. And so everyone on the trolley has a Maiden shirt on,
Yep.
and and everyone's talking about their favorite moments in the set and how they loved that they played Wicker Man, and just like fuck.
Yeah.
Just like all these people.
Yeah.
Like,
So what's your favorite Maiden album?
Peace of Mind,
Yeah, that's cool,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah.
Peace of Mind, and then probably, fuck, man. Another one of the classics. It's hard to pick, and then Brave New World, honestly, is a real big one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely Peace of Mind.
Yeah, I'd have to say like Somewhere in Time's my all-time favorite, and then like Brave New World like closely behind that. I think Alexander the Great's my favorite Maiden song, like flat out. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah?
just yeah. I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I'm like a big sci-fi guy too, so like I love the whole concept of Somewhere in Time. Like I love Future Ed. Like I love the artwork and everything, the whole concept
yeah.
of it, and just I have a whole
Like,
collection of like that artwork and like the different Ed the Heads and stuff like that, but like the cyborg looking ones, like definitely my favorite, and like I love every song on that album. But yeah,
yeah,
Brave New World is amazing. Like it doesn't get enough credit. Like, and that was like, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was Bruce's big comeback. So like,
yeah.
yeah, it was
Bruce
a
and
nice
Adrian, who
album.
had both left to do Bruce's solo stuff. Um, that was their comeback, and actually that Ed Hunter game, that the tour they did for that was their first tour back with Maiden, both of them. So that was '99, a year before. I think Brave New World came out in 2000, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, it
So
did.
yeah, I mean, just and even though I would have loved to have been a part of the fan base then. I think I was fucking 8,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yep.
I was still, I was listening to Maiden, but like not, I wasn't that, I wasn't a big fan yet.
Yep.
I would have loved to have been a part of that fan base when they came back, and because the Blaze stuff is cool, but it was kind of like sad, definitely a down point in there.
Yeah, like I didn't like any like Virtual 11 songs until I heard Bruce singing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
dude,
and they were like, oh, there's
like,
still Maiden songs.
like Klansman was good last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I dug that a lot. Especially like I don't know. It just
And I liked what he said too.
choice.
I liked what he said too. He was like, "Hey, make sure you spell it right with a C." Like,
Yeah, that can be confusing. But yeah, no, and then the whole spiel about the Mel Gibson movie. Yeah, I think it's a pretty pertinent tune, especially because like he said, he said up there like freedom means a whole bunch of different things to a whole bunch of different people, but I think it's never been so widely like debated or so differently interpreted by so many people, like especially in America right now. Like there are just very different views of what that means. But to have all these people coming together and shouting freedom, like just this Maiden song was a powerful moment too.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I would say that Sign of the Cross was probably one of the lower points of the show for me.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed a whole lot of people sitting down during that, and then they played a tune from fucking Matter of Life and Death, I think, for the greater good of God, which nobody knew.
Yeah. Oh no, I noticed that. You know what, dude? I think that was when I went to get a beer.
Yeah.
I think I walked out at that point because it was like it wasn't like you even said, it was like low point of the set for me. So like and I think they were only selling the Trooper ales like on the 100 level. I was up in the 300, so like I took that as an opportunity to go down 2 flights, grab a beer, take my time, come back. Like,
yeah, you can still hear the progress of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I had to piss so bad. I think I went during Revelations, just fucked up.
yeah.
I mean, that's the best tune off of fucking. It's a Peace of Mind, I believe, too, right?
Yeah. Think so.
But
Maiden's got a lot of fucking albums and a lot of fucking songs.
They do.
It's so awesome. They just keep churning it out, man. And it's crazy. They've been a band for 44 years now, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Century. Yeah, I'm what did you think of Book of Souls?
I think, it's in my top 5.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is. I don't think it's anywhere near like their best work, but I think it was their most ambitious album. Like
definitely a lot of material there.
Yeah, like I'm having trouble the song about the Zephyr is like 25 minutes long, right?
The ballad with the piano intro,
Yes.
Yeah, something of the Empire of the Clouds or something.
Yes,
like that
yeah. It's about a Zephyr, and like that is a very ambitious track. But like but I don't think it's their best work, and it's the album I'm like least familiar with. But like I remember just giving it a listen like when it first came out and thinking, wow, like this is bold. But it's Iron Maiden, like they need to do that. And I'm thinking it's gonna be one of those albums, like it'll become a cult classic, like for me, like it'll really grow on me in a couple of years, like.
Yeah, I honestly never gave it enough of a chance. I think I just kind of listened to it through once, and I got kind of. I mean, there's so many like songs that are over like 8 minutes long. Just like I feel like most of the songs on that album are over 8 minutes long. And it's just so, for me, I have a very short attention span.
Yeah.
And especially the music that I listen to more often nowadays, just the long-winded, sometimes it feels like they could use someone there saying, hey, you don't have to repeat the chorus 5 more times at the end there.
Right.
But they can, and they do, because they're Iron Maiden.
They're Iron Maiden.
They have their place, and, I mean, do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, say a few words about your band. Like, what's Diluted up to in the near future?
Yeah. So we are dropping an EP on November 16th. It's a Saturday. We're gonna announce it actually tomorrow morning. The artwork and the name of the EP and the location of and lineup of the release show. So yeah, we got some new music coming out. We're going back into the studio to just do a final mix and master and all that good shit on September 1st. So we will have new music out in the fall. Release a single from that probably sometime the end of this month or early September with a music video. And we got a bunch of shows coming up. I think we got September 14th at Artistry Live Fall Fest in Rochester at the 585 Rock and Burger Bar.
Yeah.
And what's the other big one here? Oh, we got up in Buffalo, Metal Massacre at the Rock and Buffalo Saloon.
Oh yeah, August 24th. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Free show. Definitely encourage everyone to come out. And then I think we're playing Murder and Remorse CD release in Syracuse, The Lost Horizon on September 27th. That's a Friday night.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I think those are that's all the
highlights.
Quick talking points there.
Yeah, cool. I described you guys, like, for this episode the best I could, and we're going to be playing Lose My Number.
Nice. I dig it.
Yeah, so we'll have your song Lose My Number on this episode, and I just wanted to, get your thoughts on last night's show and, just banter with somebody about it. But yeah, I appreciate you taking the time, dude.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to, like, sort through my thoughts, because I haven't really had anyone to, talk to it about besides my dad. He was fucking dog-ass tired.
Yep.
By the end, past his bedtime, so... yeah, so it was great to, talk it over with you, see what parts that you liked, and how they lined up with mine. And definitely will help me make sense of what was so important about it to me. And yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, sounds good, dude. All right, yeah, I'm gonna post this episode pretty soon, so I'll tag you up in it. I'll tag the band in it and stuff, and we'll share it around.
Fuck yeah, man. I appreciate it.
All right, dude. Yeah, have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too.
All right, see you, dude. Getting into some local tunes now. Since we're doing like a maiden edition of the podcast, I wanted to talk about two local bands that do some exceptional Iron Maiden covers and are exceptional power metal bands, original power metal bands all on their own. One from Buffalo, which is of course Orias, that should have been predictable, and the other is from Rochester, New York. They're called Shadowborn, formerly Age of Shadows. These are both amazing bands. Shadowborn, I've heard Shadowborn do a couple different Maiden covers, but they typically do Wasted Years. And Orias, for a while, they were doing Aces High. But their original material, both bands, like their original material is just as good as their Maiden covers. So I'm going to play you a song from each of these bands. The latest Shadowborn EP, it's available on Bandcamp. It's called End of an Age. I'm going to play you the title track off that one. This is End of an Age by Shadowborn.
Gather
Okay, fucking awesome. Next, we're going to be doing a song from Orias from Buffalo, New York. The song is called Coraggio. It's one of their latest singles, and it's off their latest EP, The Slender Threads of Fortune. This is Coraggio by Orias. Okay, so like I was saying before, I wanted to play Zach Coffey's band, Diluted. Once again, Diluted is from Rochester, New York. They're like new metal-y, metalcore, hardcore-ish type fun band. This song I'm going to be playing for you guys is called Lose My Number, and it's on their latest EP, Legitimate Bastard. Check it out.
Oh, that's the fire in my brain! I can't take another fucking second, and that's what I know, and that's a fucking end.
Alright guys, well that's going to be it for now. Thanks again for listening to our special Maiden edition of All the Metal Podcast. Once again, you can check out the Metal Webzine at www.themetalzine.com. Check our weekly show announcements. Check our show reviews and opinion pieces and anything else you might find of interest on there. We've been doing this since March 30th, 2015, so there's an awful lot of content there on the WordPress. And you can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/welcome to the metal. Once again, thanks for listening. I'm going to close this out with my all-time favorite Iron Maiden song from the album, from my favorite Iron Maiden album, Somewhere in Time. This song is called Alexander the Great.
My son, ask for thyself another kingdom, for that which I leave is too small.